Hey everybody, haven't gotten on here and talked about the Kenton County Family Court system in a while. If you're not interested in this, then feel free to move on. If you are, this is kind of just a brief overview of the week. I've had a lot going on and haven't had time to make videos in a while, but exciting stuff. First of all, we have a website, www.reformkentoncountyfamilycourt.com. This is a website where people with information or who've had experiences with corrupt, improper, or inappropriate activity on the part of any lawyers, judges, or staff affiliated with the Kenton County Family Court system can confidentially report it. And we would encourage you to do so. Your information, which will remain confidential, will help me and my team and the others that I'm working with, which now include not just myself, but other parents, to affect positive change down at the court system. So again, www.reformkentoncountyfamilycourt.com. You can click and report your information that way. Or we now have a hotline, 859-431-5500, 859-431-5500. It is the Kenton County Family Court misconduct hotline or something. I don't know. The whippersnappers named it. I don't know. But anyway, same thing, confidential. We would like to know your name and number so we can contact you and follow up regarding your information. But that will, your call will remain strictly confidential. This has nothing to do with legal representation. This is just public advocacy and reform of the system, political First Amendment kind of stuff. So that's exciting. Now, in my life, if you would have told me then, would you have a hotline for, this stuff has really taken off. The reason we've done this is because of the outpouring of support that we have received. And frankly, I'm getting so many calls and I appreciate it so much. I really do. You know who you are, really personal stories. It's not easy to do this kind of thing. So those that have called up and said what you've said, I'm sorry to hear your experience, but we really appreciate that support. And I speak not just for myself, but Katie Lawrence and all the rest of us at the law firm, honestly now, who are working on this. And one thing that's been really cool, and I work with a lot of young people, it is, you don't need to know a lot about the law to know right and wrong. And more so than I've ever seen during the time that I've had my own law practice. During this time, I've always had this apprentice system, they call it, these young whippersnappers. I call them the Millennial Club now. They manage all of our data and do a lot of the techie things that's specific to my practice. It involves a lot of data and analysis and that kind of thing. We mine the truth a lot. These guys don't know a lot about the law, but they absolutely know right and wrong. And to see these kids, I call them kids, young 20-somethings, be a part of this, and to, frankly, I think what inspires them is to hear, and to see the stories of these parents, and very quickly to understand that, they knew my situation, and of course they were sympathetic about that, but to understand that this is way bigger than me, way bigger than us, and that we're trying to achieve positive change on that scale. It's really fired these kids up, and they're doing great work too. So I wanted to announce that big week that way. All kinds of crazy stuff happened this week. I'll do some other videos about it, but at a high level, let's see. Katie Lawrence resigned in protest from one of my representations after treatment that is absolutely morally abhorrent, fundamentally in violation of the law, and just the kind of thing that you don't hear every day. I'll do a video with that kind of thing. She very nobly stood up and declared that she did not believe that justice as she knew it could be obtained in this court because of what she continues to see from the various court actors, to include Miss Alice Keys, the staff attorney, as well as other actors who outside the system who manipulate the court system. I don't blame her, and I support her gesture in that regard. I've never seen an attorney do that, and I think it's a profile in courage. We also have had a motion moratorium announced by the court in one of my cases, which, according to the court, we agreed to. I assure we did not. I assure you we did not. And if you're wondering how in the world can there be any confusion about whether you agree to something, I would say that you're on to something there. There never should be. And frankly, whether we agreed to it or not, which we most decidedly did not, how in the world can you basically agree to turn off access to justice? And how in God's name, why would that ever be a good idea? And how is that not a health, safety, and welfare risk to kids? And you would be absolutely right. So those are only two of the crazy ass stuff that is going on. And of course, the efforts to silence us, essentially, which is the point of the motion moratorium, it tells you something about whether we're on to something here. But www.reformedkentoncountyfamilycourt.com. Great job, team, on the flyer. I don't know, we can do better than that, but just kidding, we'll make it better. Or 859-431-5500. We'd love to hear from you. Again, any information that you have about inappropriate, corrupt, or improper conduct, anything that you've seen that is, you believe to be inappropriate, confidential. We'll keep it confidential. Keep up the good work. I'm not quite sure how I ended up kind of spearheading, the regime change here, but it's very important, it's very worthy, and it's not just me anymore. And it's certainly not about me. This is way bigger, more so than I ever thought. This is way bigger than me or my circumstance. God bless everyone. Keep us in your prayers. Thank you.